Hi guys, welcome back to Derby Koi. As you see, it's quite a nice day today. We've had a couple of nice days weather. Really nice weather, to be honest. Still a bit chilly on the night. Still minus -1 last night, I think. So I had a bit of frost on the car this morning. But it turns out to be a nice day in the end. Pond water at the moment, we're up to 7.6 in the pond. So I am giving them a little bit of wheat germ at the moment, not a lot, once a day, just probably a quarter of what I would normally feed, and within a couple of minutes it's gone. Well, within a minute it's gone, especially with Henrietta, so they're getting quite active now. This week's supposed to be up to 16 in the day, so we may get a little bit more warmth in there, and when I think the water starts to go up a bit more, like 8 and 9, I'm going to start to incorporate a little bit of their summer food, ready for the start of the season, and wean them off the wheat germ a little bit, because obviously I feed wheat germ and Hikari Balance all year. Well, I have been feeding them, so they're always on a 50-50 mix, so I'm going to start to incorporate a bit of their main food in it as well. Won't be a lot until I get up to my normal mixture, but I seem very happy. All looking really good. I will do some underwater footage. Yeah, so but before I do, let's get out that sun a little bit, right in my eye. Now, I've got some hopefully got some changes ahead. Obviously, as you all know, I have now got a new job, so things are looking up. Obviously, you know, we've got the caravan, so we want to do a little bit more, trying to get away a bit more for longer weekends away, maybe a bit longer. But one thing that's really stopping me, noisy. One thing that stops me having too long a break is obviously the koi, especially on the main pond. In the summer, I need to clean it. If I don't feed them, they'll probably last 3, maybe 4 days, the filter, before it desperately needs cleaning. So the bunker, if I don't feed before I go away, I could probably make that last 5 days, maybe 6, if they don't eat. Before I get a week or so before I go away, I really cut the food down and they're not eating, as long as the temperature's not too high in there. So my main concern is obviously the main pond. Now I'm thinking, not definite yet, but I am thinking of maybe changing and putting out there taking the plunge and maybe go for some sort of a drum filter. I'm not 100% yet, and I don't know which one. I'm looking at various ones. I looked at the I think it's pronounced Filtro. I did look at that one. I also looked at the Koi. They don't do the Q15 anymore, unfortunately, which would even probably be perfect for my size pond. But I've been looking at the Q25, and obviously I've got my moving bed, which I want to expand, make it a bigger moving bed, and do some other changes in here. And I also looked at the combi drums as well. I know Kai do a Q25 combi, so don't know. And I've also looked at the Burton 150 combi. I know they do the they don't just do a standard 150 drum. They do a Burton BD 300, I think it is, drum. But for my size pond, I think the 150 combi couldn't do it. Then I wouldn't need to build my new moving bed. It would all be in one. So that would save me a bit of time and a little bit of hassle sorting out the pipe work for that and feeding it back to the pond. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I've been looking to review and looking for reviews and on forums and different things. There's good and bad for all the filters, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to go down the filtro route. I am considering more of a combi style drum, potentially, not 100% yet, not 100%. I might just go for a standard drum, I don't know, but I am thinking about a combi. And as I say, the Quinikai and the Burton, and as I said, I've done some reviewing and looking on forums, and there's good and bad for both. So if anybody out there has got the Burton 150 combi, please comment down below and tell me what you think, or message me, or whatever. If you can get in touch, just let me know what it's like and how it's doing on your pond. Exactly the same for the Quinikai drum, the Q25 and the Q25 combi, because I don't know which way I'm going yet. If I go just drum, it might more than likely be the Quinikai Q25, but I am considering the combi. Don't know what that's going to be yet. I don't know if I haven't looked so much into Filtro combis. I do know, I think they do them. So again, if you've got a Filtro standalone or a combi, please let me know and tell me what you think. I'd really appreciate your input. You know, I've got things to sort out here first, and hopefully, I'm hoping I've got the finances then to do that. Yeah, so that will, you know, free up a little bit of time on the main pond when I go away. I will miss, if I do go down that route, I definitely will miss doing the cleaning. I do enjoy cleaning the drum. I haven't even got it yet. the Easypod, I do enjoy cleaning the Easypod out. It gives, you know, gets me in touch with my pond a little bit more. But there's other things I can do on the pond to keep me in touch with it. Yeah, so those are potential plans for in the future. Don't know what else. Obviously, if I go down the drum route, I might get rid of my 55 watt UV in here, and I'll put a drop-in UV in the drum. I will be keeping the upflow filter, which is running off the skimmer at the moment. And yeah, so plans ahead. Things are going to change. I'm still doing going to be doing my veg filter as soon as I get a chance, and obviously once the weather starts to improve a little bit more, I will be getting onto that as well. That needs to be done before, I think I need to decide what drum I'm getting, so I can decide how pipe work needs to go, and then obviously I've got to feed it back, because it is going to be pump fed and not gravity fed. So it is going to be pumped to the drum and then returned via gravity to the pond, and I'll return it via gravity to the veg filter as well. So yeah, potential plans. So please, if you have had experience of any of these, if you've got any of these drums, please let me know what you think of them, how they're working for you, what customer services are like as well. I have dealt with Burton's in the past with they sent me some media to test, and you know, the media brilliance was really good, and the communication between Burton and myself was really good as well. But obviously that's not with the drum. I've heard good things about their after sales, and obviously their parts are already available because they're a British company. So yeah, just let me know, I'd really appreciate it. Still doing other upgrades in here once I decide what I'm doing, new shelving, but once the drum's in, everything will be moved around, and I can decide what I'm doing when I decide if I'm getting a drum and what drum. So yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spin you around, and we'll have a look at these fish, and then we'll do a bit of underwater footage as well. Okay, there they are. So let's get there first for the food for the day. Let's get a better picture. As you can see, straight up, look, we're all coming up for food. Okay, so that was the main pond. You coming round, boy? Okay, he is, he's coming. My little shadow. So round on the bunker. We'll go in here and we'll have a little chat in here as well. Okay guys, so round in the bunker now. Again, obviously in here not much changing in here. Now I have got an idea or something I want to do. If I'm not 100% yet, but if I do decide to get the drum filter for the main pond, I'm still going to have a use for the Easypod. What I'm going to do for the Easypod is, obviously it's not going to fit in here, but that was a window which I've covered up, but it's easily removed if needed. I've left it there so I can actually get, if I need to do any work on the tank tower that side. But my thought is, at the outside of this, I'd have to put it throughout this way through the window, but I think I could box that in a little bit out there and have the Easypod out there if I decide, or if I do need a quarantine tank or a hospital tank, because obviously all this should run on one system. I can isolate it. I've got slide valves down here. I can shut this one tank off if I need to, and I can shut the feed up there to the shower. And what I can do then, if I want to do, would be to run a pump from just inside there, and I could run it directly to the other side of the shower, so I'd still feed the shower bar and it'd still be feeding the shower. But there wouldn't really be any filtration as such. I did think about, if I'm getting a drum off that, I would have the pressure filter I've got on there. That could potentially be used on there if needed. Straight into the pressure filter, straight into the top. But my other thought was potentially put the Easypod out there, and I could run, I don't know if I'd run it from the bottom drain. It's a potential. It has got a rubber boot on the bottom, so I could swap that rubber boot for a T-piece that would run to the Easypod. When needed, all I need to do there is cut off this valve and fire up the Easypod, fire up the pump to the Easypod, and then it would fire up. Again, that would be a possibility. Don't know if that would work yet. I'd have to think about that, but that's a potential for it. Because as I said in my last video, I had a pump sent me from, I think it was Rob. I did say that is potentially where that pump would get used, possibly. Don't know yet. Don't know if that's going to work, or it's going to work better off for the emergency, just off the pressure filter. Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, lots of plans. Hopefully, and there's somebody at the gate. He's seen something at the gate he doesn't like. So yeah, I've got some plans. Hopefully are going to come off. Have to wait and see how things pan out. But fishing here looking really good. So again, I'm going to spin you around in here. We'll have a look at these, and then I'll stick the camera in the water, and then you can have a look under the water as well. So let's have a look at them. Okay, there they are. Like again, as soon as I open the tank, it goes to the back. But looking really good. Then gosh, gives are putting some lovely size on. Looking nice. They're all looking really nice, to be honest. I'm really pleased with the growth on a lot of these. There's a little tancho over there, little tancho Sankey. Not putting as much growth on as I'd like, but it's early yet. Some of these was the late bloomers as well, didn't put much growth on. All of a sudden they just shot. So yeah, and there's a Gimlin Sankey down there as well. Not putting as much size on yet, but looking good. This is a really nice looking fish. So again, yeah, let's get the camera under the water. Haven't seen what they look like under the water, but from the top, looking really good. Yeah, season will soon be upon us. Hopefully we have a better one than last year. I have got to go through, I did see Andy's video from the other week where he's sorting out his stuff. Make sure he's got his stuff in for the season and he can get treatments ready just in case. I am alright for most, I think, as far as I know, I'm alright for most of the treatments. I will have to go through what I need, if anything, and get those in for the season, because we all know start the season as the water starts to go up, that's when you're going to have problems, potentially with parasites or whatever. But hopefully, fingers crossed, I don't. I think I had a couple of parasite issues last year with parasites at the start of the season, I think, if I remember rightly. But hopefully we'll be all right this year. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, so lots coming. Really looking forward to this season, especially now I've got a job again and things are settling down. So yeah, really looking forward to this season here. Last year we had an awful season, temperature wise, weather wise. A lot of people suffer with parasites and everything, so let's, fingers crossed, we will have a great season this year. So sorry about waffling on a bit too much in this one, just quick update. Don't know how quick it's been waffling that much, to be honest. Really have been waffling, but yeah, just an update, tell you what, hopefully, you know, potentially I could have coming up this year. I'm hoping, be nice if it does. If it doesn't, still be nice to keep it on as it is and do what my original plan was going to do with my filter system and upgrading when I can that way. But we'll wait and see what happens. Who knows what the future brings. So that's it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Pop on over to Facebook and Instagram. And as always, stay safe, jobs are good.